It's a theory. It's a Chris. It's a theory. Chris's crazy theory.
In space. Not even 5 minutes into the movie, but
I know. Because there's so many things that I want to say in the review that are predicated on this information that has been thoroughly vetted through my detailed review. So to start off, we have, of course, the lovely princess Zarita. We find her in this, predicament in the leprechaun's cave. And then he's sitting at the table with her, and he tells her, "You'll have the richest kingdom in the universe." And you're right; she turns very quickly.
Yeah, it's just like
horribly disgusted.
Oh, I hate you! I've got money. Oh, that's all fine then.
Yeah. That's all it takes. That was very greedy of her, very similar to the leprechaun. First of all, the leprechaun knows an awful lot about the political machinations on the planet of Dominia, doesn't he? He's talking about the dad. He's saying the father, the king, was being a fool. He gave everything he had to his loyal subjects, and he hasn't a penny to his name. What's a leprechaun doing with all this information about one planet in an entire universe now in the future? He seems to be following this political situation very closely, and he's accurate.
I suppose every couple of thousand years you need a hobby, don't you, or else you get bored. Like having a pot with 100 coins in it gets a bit boring and stale after a while. You need something else. And he mentions it though. He's like, I'm sick of being treated blah blah blah. I want actual power. I want to be not a hidden creature. I want to be there. I want to be ruling. Yeah.
Absolutely. We all have life streams. But why this particular planet? If countless planets out.
It's an empire.
Let's look. It is.
It wasn't just a planet. It's an empire. It's a full-on empire.
Right. But why in particular? Let's look a little bit further. So he says, it left her family with nothing because the king gave away all of his riches. And then later on, they find this necklace on her, and it's from the planet Dominia, as we learned. And it will mean better relations with the Dominions. So like you said, this is definitely an important race, an important planet. Definitely very, very impactful to the humans and probably to the rest of the galaxy. So I started to look what she was wearing, everything that was on her as to clues about the planet Dominia. Because why is it so important to the leprechaun? And you notice all of her coloring is gold. Everything that she wears has elements of gold to, from on top of her forehead to flakes everywhere. Even the clothes that she wears, even the color of her hair, everything is very indicative of the color gold. And I looked very closely at her feet for research purposes only. And on her feet there are gold flakes. There are gold flakes. She literally has gold on her skin everywhere. And then he tells her there's plenty more where that came from. And again, this is just to show more of the examples of all the gold on her forehead and all over her body. So I started to think about it, and I had to be very careful with the editing of this, Steve.
We will talk about
that. But if her family gave everything away, why is she covered in gold all over her? Unless that has something to do with the planet itself. It's everywhere, which would make sense as to why he's coveting this planet so closely. If gold was so prevalent that it's literally all over her skin and body, and her family gave everything away. So other examples as to why I think it was very interesting how similar she was to the leprechaun. Just the way she was talking. Zarina, queen of the damned, she's threatening them. She wants power. Here's another example. He says gold is power, which he said before in other movies, and she mimics it. Power. These two are very, very similar, and I wanted to know how similar they were. So let's look further. Later on, she starts to regenerate her tissue. Her hand literally starts to grow back.
That was great.
That was great.
That was actually some cracking special effects. Yes, I know it was something coming out, but the way they did it was brilliant.
Yes. I agree. And Dr. Mittenhand tells us her tissues have regenerated. So where else have we seen this ability in the Leprechaun universe? The ability to regenerate. The Leprechaun himself has this very power. In fact, he demonstrates it in that safety video where he cuts his finger off and the finger grows back. But we've seen it countless times. He has the ability to regenerate. So does Zarita. All right. Other similarities. She tells him, why are we wasting time here? Someone could be collecting your gold. She knows the importance to him. She's manipulative, just like he is. They are very, very similar. Two peas in a pod, as my grandfather would say if he was here. Look at these two. First of all, adorable. Look at these two. What an adorable couple they make.
It's
you gonna say something? Okay.
It's almost like a buddy cop movie or something, or like they're just, Joker and Harley Quinn or something. No, it's just two villainous couple. But because they're so alike, that's why it's doomed to they only ever shaft each other.
It's true, but the more and more I watch it, the more similar these two I realize that they were. And this was an important scene. This really brought it all home to me. So while he's staring at her creepily, did you happen to notice anything besides the obvious gorgeous?
It just brought back memories.
What?
And it just brought back memories. Go, oh, that's why the scream. Okay, got it. That's why the scream.
Oh, jeez. Well, the thing that I noticed, Creeper, is I noticed this part over here. If I could zoom in on this symbol over here, this ties it all together to me. Oh yeah, I forgot. I actually took an image zooming in. I didn't have to zoom in. So this symbol here. What is this? We recognize this symbol, of course, as everyone knows, as the Celtic symbol of the snake. So the legend of St. Patrick driving the snakes out of Ireland is a fanciful tale that's used to symbolize the eradication of pagan ideology. So it's famous, right? Where St. Patrick drove the snakes out of Ireland.
Do you know what he said when he was doing it?
This is the image I wanted to say. Yeah. Yes.
Do you know what St. Patrick said when he was driving the snakes out of Ireland?
What did he say?
He's all right in the background, lads.
You've been hanging out with Steve too much. I have to get you away from Steven. But that was the key element. I think that Zarinia has ties in to the Celtic legend, to the legend of the Leprechaun. I think, and I said it on a previous stream, the Leprechaun, we already knew he was an alien from space, but now we know that he in fact is from a specific planet, the same planet that Zarinia is from. He is from the planet Dominia, a planet made of gold.
Aha.
And that's my crazy theory.
How
this is an artist rendering way.
How is
this has no bearing with the actual planet. I don't want to be sued.
I've just got to think of the dunk. Just falls 3 speeds. It can't maintain orbit anymore because of its atomic weight.
That's right.
There you go, folks.